All right. Hi, all. Uh, I'm Nick, and I'm here to talk about Otter AI. I recognize that the video itself looks like it's cutting off. That's a little better. Now you can actually see the brand logo there at the top. And so Otter AI advertises themselves as an artificial intelligence bot for everyday conversations. This gives us kind of an overview of who they are. They're just a few people that have started up out in California. You can see that they worked for Google, Facebook, Uber, Cisco, and Nuance. And they have some interesting backers. And one of their early investors includes Tesla, SpaceX, Elon Musk. And they are based in California. So I'm going to try to switch over in my screen recording to my hub here so it looks like I was able to switch over into my own area here in Otter, and I just wanted you guys to get a look at what the home screen looks like. I've actually gone in and I was able to save a couple conversations. So some of the things that you are able to do with Otter, you are actually able to create a series of voice notes that you can then access later. So one of the things that I was able to do was actually just record a testing note. You can see what I recorded here. Unfortunately, Screencast-O-Matic will not allow me to play audio through this. I can just kind of click through it and show you what it's talking about. My only issue that I had with this part of it was that Otter did mess up a couple words. You can see here that it told me that it was called honor and not otter. So I think that diction is kind of important when you're using this tool. If I go back to my agenda, I am actually able to see a voice note that I attached to a Google Calendar invite. So I went into my Google Calendar and synced my Google Calendar with Otter, created a voice note, and then I was able to share that voice note with my team or my group, as Otter calls it. You can see on the left-hand side, they refer to it as a group. In this case, I am my own group, so I shared it with myself. I was able to go in and highlight a key passage here at the bottom, and that would highlight it for all of my users. I am assuming that would highlight it for all of my users. It creates a live transcript of everything that was said. In my case, I am only one person. This is only one meeting. And so I was the one speaking. It transcribed everything that I said. And in this instance, I tried to enunciate better, and it transcribed everything that I said accurately. If I switch tabs and go over to my transcriptions, my conversations, excuse me, I was able to pull in a video. In this case, this is something from Dr. Turkovich in my grad class from the summer. I was able to go in and pull I think it's close to a 10-minute video, and I was able to get the transcript, and just judging by the first couple minutes of what I listened to, this transcription is accurate. So that's a nice feature that Otter does. I am actually able to go in and pull new MP4s and MP3s into Otter. I'm only allowed to have 3 in a month, but I'm allowed to pull these in here, and Otter will transcribe them for me for free. So that's one nice thing that Otter does. You can see that I can pay about $5 a month for Otter to transcribe more than just 3 videos. But the 3 imports I think would be pretty helpful. And I have a significant amount of time that I am able to use. You see that I get 589 minutes of free use every single month from Otter. So I can go in and record basic conversations. I could see using this in a CP. That's a collaborative planning meeting with my team. There are frequently people who miss meetings for various reasons. I could see going in and recording the video. We often do them over Google Meet. If we were to record our video as we do, I would then go in and import this and put it into Otter. Rather than somebody trying to keep up with typed notes and being distracted, I could just transcribe the whole meeting, and in a couple hours, I'm sure that it would take some additional time, depending on the size of the file. My team members could have an entire transcript of everything that we discussed. Another thing that Otter does really well, it allows me to pull and push to other apps. So the Microsoft Calendar integration is here. It looks like it's kind of cut off here at the bottom of your screen. So there you can see Microsoft integration is pulled in here. I'm kind of moving my screencasting around a little bit for you. Zoom is obviously already in there, and as you can see, my Gmail is already in there. My calendar is already connected. So Otter does a nice job of integrating with things that we already commonly use, and I can then go into each of these and put my Otter transcriptions in other places or connect to things like my Zoom automatically so that Otter just will run in the background for me and I don't have to take extra steps. Another thing that Otter does is I can share transcriptions with certain people. So you can see I have a shared with me folder that's empty right now. My conversations are just mine, and I can delete these on my own and get rid of them. Again, this was just a meeting I set up in Google Calendar. I will note that this video from Dr. Turkovich was transcribed in just a few minutes. So Otter is relatively quick. And as I said, if your diction is good, then Otter will transcribe fairly accurately everything that you do. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty good app to use. I'm unclear on how practical it will actually be in application, as I have not used it with anything live. What I can tell you is um, the voice notes themselves work really well. I know that it is challenging to read sitting here, but it actually does work really well when you're listening to it. And I think if you're using this in a classroom, should we have a need to go back online, our students may prefer this method of communication. So I will certainly give Otter a try, and I would encourage you to do the same thing. Thanks.